Good evening. So we get this question all the time. Is Latin America all that we offer? And the answer is no. Of course, we have wonderful family adventures throughout Southeast Asia, throughout Africa, to all of those places in Europe that you need a little bit of hand holding. So let me show you this really, really popular trip to Southeast Asia that has just been so wonderful for families for spring break, for Thanksgiving, even in the summer going to Thailand with a little side trip to Cambodia. Let me share it with you so we can go through the details together. And of course, this is a private trip completely for a family of five in this case, but we can make any tweaks you'd like. And of course, if your family is smaller, larger, if they are dreaming about heading Vietnam or Laos or doing anything else on this itinerary, just reach out and we will tweak it and make it your own. The whole idea is that no two trips are the same. So this trip is for a summer break for a family of five, two parents and three teenagers. So the whole idea is to insert some history and culture, but make it fun, make it delicious, do some fun activities for the kids as well. So June 21st, you're going to take your flight into Bangkok and arrive. And as always, with all of our State Adventures trips, we meet you at the airport and take you to the hotel. No matter what time you arrive in Bangkok, we want to take you to the hotel and you can rest. Most likely, you're traveling quite a long time around the planet to get there. So we want you to rest somewhere beautiful. And the Anantara is one of my favorite hotels. It's right on the river. And when you wake up, you're like, wow, I'm in Thailand. It's gorgeous. There's always something going on. There's monks that come by boat in the morning to get donations and alms from the hotel workers. There's always live music. That one of the best breakfasts in Southeast Asia that I've had with my girls, with my daughters, was here. So it's a great place to start. You're going to be happy. So the first day, arrive, no matter what time, just rest. And then the second day, wake up, explore a bit of Bangkok. So of course, Bangkok has so many amazing sites, so many amazing things to do, from temples to different little villages all around it, to the Grand Palace, to the night market. So today we're going to tackle a little bit of everything. We're going to do something fun, like the floating markets, which is very popular, which is this first picture here. So interesting. Even if you hate markets, go for the photography opportunity, but there's animals and there's flowers and there's food and there's lots of stuff going on, and it's a great cultural experience. And then we're going to do the railway, which I think your kids might have seen it on social media, so they're going to be very happy to come here and experience this really thrilling thing. And then we're going to of course see some of the major sites like the Grand Palace, which the amount of gold, even if it's a historical site, kids are kind of open mouthed there. So it's really, really fun to take them, even if it's a short trip. Don't dive into 3 hours of history, but really make it fun with the guide. Whenever we have a trip with families, we have some really, really wonderful guides that do really well with the kids. They have all kinds of fun things for them. They have fun treats for them every day. They have gifts for them. So please don't think it's going to be a dry history tour. We make it for families. Then the second day in Bangkok is your day. So a lot of families want some free time to enjoy the hotel, to be at the pool, especially if you have smaller kids, leave some time for the pool. And then tonight we're going to take you in tuk-tuks all over town and taste your way through the night markets, because Bangkok comes alive at night. And even with families, it's safe and fun and a lot of entertainment there for them. They will see entertainers in the streets, they will see music, they will taste so many wonderful fruit. So it's a lot of fun. Now, if you don't need that free day, I highly, highly suggest we take a boat tour to Ayutthaya, which is one of my favorite temples. It's about an hour and a half outside of the city, but there's massive, massive statues of Buddha there. And so it's a great exploration. Kids can climb around. There's lots of fun things and ruins for them to explore. So it's another fun thing to do. And now, after Bangkok, we're fully acclimated. We're used to the time now. Now we're off to Chiang Mai. So, of course, Thailand has a lot of wonderful sites. Chiang Mai is the spiritual center. It is the jungle. It is where there's elephants. So we're going to spend 3 nights there. The first day we arrive, enjoy the hotel, go to the pool, and then we're going to go out to the market at night. Again, this is another place where it comes alive at night. So there's wonderful food, there's entertainment, there's lots of things to purchase, very inexpensive, a lot of fun for kids to go into the markets and see that they can buy some really fun things. The Tamarine Village is a great family-friendly hotel. I've stayed here with my girls as well. It's very, it can be romantic, but it's really peaceful. So the city is lively, the city is loud, and traffic and the tuk-tuks everywhere. But inside here, it's like a retreat, like an oasis. So it's a really nice mix to stay here. And then the following day, we're going to focus on elephants, and there are many different ways to enjoy elephant farms. And I want to just add a little note here that we don't typically ride elephants. We don't typically visit really touristy large places, which they exist and they abuse the wildlife. We try to really inspect and work with elephant experiences where the animals are treated well, where we are just visiting to help with maybe feeding them, maybe cleaning, maybe bathing with the elephants. We're not there to just for a show or anything like that. They are living their retired life, and that's why we are there. Sometimes there are babies because they're orphaned, and that's why they are there. But they are not there to entertain us and show. There's other animals also in Thailand and in this Chiang Mai area that we can visit, where you will see and you can participate in volunteering there as well, taking care of the animals, feeding them, bathing them. So in this case, after we spend some time with these wonderful, wonderful giants, then we go in the traditional raft down the river. I mean, there's so many different things you can do here. But this one is fun with kids because it's going to be hot, it's going to be exciting. So it's nice to get in the water if you'd like. And I forgot to mention that under each day you have BLBLD. That stands for the meals that I've already included. And let me tell you, the meals that we're including are really a lot of fun. You're never going to be eating at like a hotel. You're always going to have some traditional restaurant or maybe like a jungle restaurant, something really that speaks to the place that you are. And food in Southeast Asia is just magnificent. And so on our last day in Chiang Mai, I really wanted to give you a bit of a cultural experience where it's interesting enough that the kids will be engaged, but it's also very, very interesting and fascinating part of the region. So we're going to go into the Chiang Rai area. It's a golden triangle here. There's lots of temples, of course, but in the morning we will rise really early with the sun and we will go see the monks, and stories are really fantastic. The guides will tell you all about it. Each family kind of gives one son to be a monk, and the monks live together up in the mountains, and they come down every morning and they rely on the population of Chiang Mai to feed them and give them things, and in return they give you blessings. So it's a very beautiful experience to be able to donate, and we give you all the donations. We go to the little market in the morning, we purchase food for them, and you give them to the monks, and they pray over you, or they give you like a little a blessing bracelet. It's really a very special experience. And then we're going to drive up into the jungles to visit one of the villages that have the Karen people. And the Karen people are the long neck communities, and they usually come from other parts of Southeast Asia, and they have settled here. Fascinating stories, really interesting for the kids to see this and see how the other half of the world lives. So I think it's a great option to include here. Now, of course, if you prefer something else, we can go biking, we can go tuk-tuking all over, Chiang Mai. There's other experiences with other wildlife. So if you want to make it more adventurous, of course we can. Just let me know what your family is looking forward to. And after Chiang Mai, you can fly to the beach and end the trip on the beach. But because you're already in Southeast Asia, why not see Angkor Wat? So your kids probably heard of Angkor Wat. It was in movies, the Tomb Raider. So it's a really famous spot. So let me show you how it will be. We will go to Siem Reap for 3 nights because if you're flying to another country, you might as well spend 3 nights there. We're gonna have a beautiful hotel. It has it's called the Tree Line urban resort and has a rooftop pool and a rooftop garden and jungle, and it's a really great retreat again. Siem Reap is humid, hot, it's in the jungle. The main reason why we go there is for Angkor Wat. But it is a completely different vibe than Thailand. It is calm. It is, there's just people are more shy. They're not as used to, large crowds like in Bangkok. So it's a really interesting country to visit. They have a lot of history of war here. The guides will tell you all about it. There's sites that you can visit if you are interested in visiting the war history. So we can tweak it that way as well. But this is the sites that the kids will be really excited about because you can climb around. You really feel like an archaeologist at these temples and ruins. It's a lot of fun, and we make it manageable. These are massive, massive temples in the jungle, in the heat. We go really early in the morning. We go through the back door instead of the front where the crowds are. We have all kinds of different permits to be able to do that. So we try to make it as comfortable for you as possible. We take a break in the middle of the day and then come back and do something else in the afternoon. So just know that this is done to make your family enjoy Angkor Wat and really get to experience it on a lovely level. And then our last day in Siem Reap, we can do a lot of different things. Again, there's lots of activities if you'd like to be adventurous. We can go, rafting and biking and things like that. But I really, really wanted you to do at least one cooking experience. And this is kid friendly. I've taken my 5-year-old and she had her own butcher knife and a sous chef that was helping her. And it is one of the best cooking experiences that we offer in Southeast Asia and here in Siem Reap. Professional kitchen, professional chefs, and you get to make something really delicious and have it for lunch. But through this program, not only is it a fun experience for your family, everything that we pay to have this service is a donation to the local villages. So we actually, while you're cooking, while you're going to the markets and picking up fruit that you're going to be cooking, we actually are picking up bags of rice and bags of vegetables for a local family that we're going to donate. So it's a lot of fun, but it also feels good and you're doing something lovely. And I think it's important for your kids to see that. And then to reward them at night, we're taking them to the Cambodian circus, which is so fun, so colorful, so wild. It's very safe. It's smack in the middle of the village. And it's all these kids that were orphaned that have been invited and they are singers and performers and acrobats, and they have just a place to be. And it's again, very special experience. So then we leave Siem Reap and we go to the beach. So depending on which month of the year you want to travel, there's different beaches that we can choose from to make sure you have the best water, the best climate, the best, there's no rain and things like that. So in June, Koh Samui is a great option. And so here on this particular itinerary, we have the Six Senses included, and it is a luxury property that we wanted to have that cherry on top at the end. You're going to be here for 4 nights in two beautiful villas. One of the villas has a private beach, private pool, I'm sorry, but really, really luxurious property. Of course, Thailand has tons and tons of amazing properties. So if you would prefer something smaller, maybe something that you're together with the family, or maybe something directly on the beach as opposed to up here on the cliffs like this, or if you want to have something all inclusive, just let me know and we will find you something that fits your family. But this family with the 3 teenagers, this fit really well because it has a private pool. So the Six Senses themselves are luxurious, amazing food, beautiful restaurant options, beautiful spa services. So it's a really nice retreat. You're going to be there for 4 nights. 3 of the nights we didn't include any activities so that you can actually rest after all your travels. But one of the days we included a private speedboat so you can go to those famous islands and sites. It's a private boat, so we go at your pace. We visit as much as you want, snorkel, swimming, have a beautiful traditional lunch out there, and before you return to the Six Senses. And then after 2 full days of beach time on day 14, which on this itinerary is July 4th, we take you to the Koh Samui airport and you fly home from there. So that is what 2 weeks in Southeast Asia could look like. Obviously, as I mentioned, you can make this trip your own in any way you'd like, but I'm here to answer any questions. Thank you so much for listening and happy travels.